On the 24th day of August were born into the better life. Today, the Apostle Saint Bartholomew, who preached the gospel of Christ in India, he passed thence into the greater Armenia, where, after converting many to the faith, he was flayed alive by the barbarians, and beheaded by order of King Astyages, and thus he terminated his martyrdom. His sacred body was first carried to the island of Lipara, then to Benevento, and finally to Rome, in the island of the Tiber, where it is venerated by the pious faithful. At Carthage, 300 holy martyrs, in the time of Valerian and Gallienus. Among other torments inflicted on them, a pit filled with burning lime was prepared by the order of the governor, who, live coals with incense being brought to him, said to the confessors, "Choose one of these two things, to offer incense to Jupiter on these coals, or to cast yourselves into the lime." Armed with faith, and confessing Christ to be the Son of God, they quickly precipitated themselves into the pit, and amidst the vapors of the lime were reduced to dust. From this circumstance, this blessed troop obtained the appellation of White Miss, as is named in Latin, Massae Candidae Cartigini. At Nepi, Saint Ptolemy, bishop, disciple of the blessed apostle Peter. Being sent by him to preach the gospel in Tuscany, he died a glorious martyr of Christ in the city of Nepi. In the same place, Saint Eomanos, bishop of that city, who was the disciple of Saint Ptolemy and his companion in martyrdom. At Ostia, Saint Aurea, virgin and martyr, who was plunged into the sea with a stone tied to her neck. Her body, being cast on the shore, was buried by blessed Nonnus. In Isauria, Saint Tazio, martyr, who received the crown of martyrdom by being beheaded in the persecution of Domitian under the governor Urbanus. The same day, Saint Eutychius, a disciple of the blessed evangelist John. He preached the gospel in many countries, was subjected to imprisonment, to stripes and fire, and finally he rested in peace. Also, Saint George Limniota, monk. Because he reprehended the impious Emperor Leo for breaking holy images and burning the relics of the saints, he had his hands cut off and his head burned by order of the tyrant, and went to our Lord to receive the recompense of a martyr. At Rouen, Saint Owen, bishop and confessor. At Nevers, Saint Patrick, abbot. And elsewhere, many other holy martyrs, confessors, and holy virgins. Thanks be to God.